Aiko raised her flashlight, hoping for a better view. From behind, Jenna stepped on her heels, uneasy being left alone in such a dark and remote place. Aiko stepped into her former refuge, now filled with centuries of history. Deep notches littered the rough cavern walls. The further they crept inside, the more she felt that same something, a presence. Long ago, she'd known all of the creatures that had called this place home. The army of Amon. Oh, he was here, deep within the walls. Pleasant memories tempted to snatch away her focus. That is, until Jenna's scream of pure horror brought her back to the present. Before them stood the remains of a monster, a story high and just as wide. Covered in dust, positioned in a fighter's stance, legs up, ready to attack. Panicked, Jenna whispered unevenly, "Aiko, don't move. I think it's breathing." The creature's stone remains fell forward with a groan and would have crushed her beneath its weight had it not disintegrated with the movement. Dust engulfed her, and suddenly she was no longer in the cave. Rather, she stood in a misty area, fog swirling around her, and another. A vision of Amon surfaced, still as gorgeous as ever, with that same irreverent smirk. His movements were sluggish. He seemed uncharacteristically tired, weak. Reaching her hand up to caress his face, a breeze blew around her. Amon's eyes fluttered open. The vision faded into nothing. Aiko found herself standing beside Jenna in the cave just as before. Aiko worked her way into the cave, holding her sword at an angle, ready to strike at anything that might pounce on her. With no idea what lay before her, she felt ready for every type of threat, even Jaswindra. As if on cue, a high dosage of concentrated malevolence charged the air into a thick blanket of fog. Jaswindra, still unseen, lunged at Aiko from within the darkness. Sparks flew as their blades met with sharp clangs. Bursts of light brought sporadic blue and orange flashes that lit the dark tunnel. Exertion drained her strength and forced Jaswindra to reveal herself. With a chuckle, she held up her hand, still panting from their battle. Jaswindra sucked her teeth in disgust and shook her head. "You can hand over the amulet, hun, and I promise I'll tell your employer that you did your very best to bring it, but that ultimately you were indisposed." Aiko didn't move. "My mission will only be complete when I hand this box to the buyer myself." "Don't think so, hun. Now, give me my prize, and I shall let you live." Jaswindra rolled her shoulders and craned her neck to either side, waiting for Aiko's surrender. "No deal, huh? Fine. I tried to make this easy for you, but I hope you've been practicing all these years you've been missing." Aiko raised an eyebrow. Jaswindra raised her sword. "You've got spirit, hun. All right, come on. Let's see what you've got."